All right. Hey hoes, how are you? So we are going to talk about the Carolina Herrera private line, the confidential line, which is for people who don't know about, a lot of the designers have a upscale, a more expensive line, and that they do. And so like the Dior Privé line, the Maison Lancome line, a lot of the brands have those, Armani Privé, things like that. So this is the Carolina Confidential line. I was gifted, Faith was kind enough to send me decants of all the ones she has, which is almost all of them. And then I was able to get some of the dupes of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about all of them that I have, and then we're going to talk about the dupes and do some comparisons. So if you are interested in the Carolina Herrera line, wondering about the dupes, just in case, I got you. Let's talk. Whew, I am congested, y'all. Now, I try to do something a little different with my hair. Listen, TikTok, Instagram will have you trying some stuff, besides that and all the fat ass food that's on there. Is it just me, but is it like so much incredibly fattening food on IG and TikTok? It's good because all I'm doing is looking at it. At least I am not trying to either make it or go find it and buy it. So I'm doing good on that, just looking at it and salivating. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to, because I saw this thing was called ice cream nachos, y'all. I'm making them in the summertime. But anyway, let's go back into what we're talking about. So anyway, I was talking about my hair. The one thing I found out is that I understand what edge control is needed for. So I'm about to fix these edges because they look a little crazy. But we're trying to like fix it. We're trying to do better in 2024. I hope you are too. Now, before somebody who's new tries to come for me and tell me I'm talking too much, if you don't like it. All right. So, I know I talk a lot. And if it's somebody new who comes in here and doesn't like somebody who doesn't want to hear all my conversation and, wants to tell me about myself, before you do, click off, because you don't want none of this smoke. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So where I'm going to start off with are just the confidential line, and then I will go into the ones that I actually have dupes of. So we'll start here. So what we're going to start it with is the ones that I actually own that were gifted to me by Faith. For everybody who knows Faith, hey girl, I love you. So this is Herrera Tuberose. This is the first one she sent me. Now let's just talk about how the bottles look. These bottles, baby, are heavy luxe. They have right here, they have the CH on them. They're very well, you're getting a good bottle for what you're paying for. It also has that magnetic cap that we love. I don't know about you, but I love a good snap of a good magnetic cap. So anyway, this is Herrera Tuberose. Oh my goodness. This is a beautiful white floral. I know why she gave it to me, because if you know, I love white florals. So this is this gorgeous white floral. It's got orange blossom in it. It's got a little ylang ylang in it to give it just a little different vibe. And it's a little vanilla. So, but the vanilla is not too much. So it's giving it a creaminess, a sweet creaminess, and this beautiful, beautiful white florals. I don't know why I didn't talk about this in my winter florals, but I'm telling you now, this is a winter floral, baby. Baby. Yes. So this is Herrera Tuberose. Then she sent me this one. This is Iris Empire. This is a perfectly unisex iris. It has a cinnamony and warm and spicy vibe to it with a little cinnamon. It's got a little chocolatiness to it. This is a really gorgeous iris. The iris is there. You do get the floralness of it, but it's not too floral, and it gives it a little powderiness. Of course, that's what you get when you're getting an iris fragrance. This is perfectly unisex. Anybody could wear this. It's going to smell delightful on you. And now let me say, it's not too spicy, just got a hint of spice. So this is Iris Empire. So one thing I will say about this line is that this line is really kind of created for fall and winter based on how these are. And it's so interesting because as you look at the notes and really see them, they have a lot of warm spiciness to them. So you're going to see that coming through on the majority of these that I'm going to talk about, because that's how they really do run. So this one is Gold Myrrh Absolute. This one is good, y'all. This is giving cozy. It's got a little slightly boozy vibe to it. There's no booze in it, but it's got a slightly boozy vibe to it. Probably because I think it has a little cacao in it. But baby, it's a little spice. It's got a little spice in it, but it has this warm, just comforting vibe to it. Kind of very sweet, because you know myrrh gives you a kind of sweetness. It's got a little vanilla. It's sweet and cozy and just very sweater weather vibe, which is the Gold Myrrh Absolute. Now this one is Amethyst Haze. This is good. This is a lavender fragrance, and I don't really like lavenders, but it's a kind of spicier lavender. You still get the hints of lavender, but the lavender is not as prominent. You know, it's not so overwhelming that it's not wearable. And then it has a little spiciness to it. It's really cute on the skin. I like it because it has this kind of almost freshness to it, but not really. You know, it's just, you just really have it. It's kind of fresh, but it's still got that cozy, spicy vibe to it. So this is Amethyst Haze. This is Nightfall Patchouli. Now, let me preface this by saying I am not a patchouli chick. Don't really like patchoulis. You know, I know people with some patch hoes. I'm not a patch hoe. I'm a tuberose hoe. However, I will say that this is a really good patchouli. If you are a patchouli lover, this is a really good one. It has a little chocolatiness to it, and it has like a spiciness, a kind of a spiciness to it, but it's not too patchouli. It has a sweetness to it, and that's what makes it, to me, kind of wearable, is the sweet vibe, but you still get that patchouli, but it's sweet and kind of almost candy-like. That's what I'm getting from it. So that is Nightfall Patchouli. Alright, next up is Amber Desire. This is giving like almost a clean, crisp amber. So it has a very ambery vibe to it, but it's kind of like a clean, crisp amber to me, because there's almost a slight sharpness to it when you're first putting it on, and as it dries down, it does become more ambery, a little softer, just, you know, a little more, giving you that cozy vibe. I would say that this isn't like those deep, rich ambers like a lot of them that I like. It's a little lighter weight amber to me. So this is Amber Desire. All right, so this is Bronze Tonka. Now, it has a coffee note to it, which sometimes, like, there is no Tonka, and I don't know why they said this, but it does have this sweetness, a sweet spiciness to it, and it has the coffee, and really what it gives to me is like a sweet coffee candy, like a candy coffee drink. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it gives me. It gives the coffee and the spices and the sweetness of it, give it almost a candy-like coffee vibe to it. It's really, this is one that I'm really interested in, because it does give, once again, cozy wintertime vibes. These are kind of very classic vibes for the fall and winter time. So yeah, this is Bronze Tonka. Really enjoy it. Then we have Gold Incense. Alright, so Gold Incense is giving you that incensey vibe. but it has like a dryness to it. So it has this dry quality to it. Leans a little more masculine than my personal taste. I think this would be just sexy on a man. This would be a really good everyday fragrance. Would make you, you know, people turn their heads. Okay, I see you. I see you. But it has a dryness to it. But it also has like almost a leathery quality to it. So it's like a leathered incense. Leans, like I said, leans a little too masculine for my personal taste, but it's still a winner. All right, so let's get into the ones that I have dupes for. So let's first talk about, I have two different ones. Mostly I have Maison Alhambras, and then I have one Fragrance World. So I'm going to show you the difference. So here are the Maison Alhambra bottles. Very similar. You know, they're giving that vibe, you know, giving you this, you know, the I don't know if this is faceted, but you know, the glass vibe to it with a gold top, everything. Now, however, I will say their boxes are very similar. However, Fragrance World. Now, this is the only one I have from Fragrance World. And now they said, oh, we're going to dupe these bottles. So if you look at them side by side, if you had these on your, you have this, no one, unless they rolled up on it, they really wouldn't know the difference. Because if you look at them, this is so similar. Look at the tops. It has the same type of top with the thing on it. It has the same type of bottom. The only difference is this has this, you know, pressed in, like engraved in, and then they just put a sticker. So, I mean, you can tell those are the differences that say, oh, this is the dupe. This is the Middle Eastern one. Where this is the one where they charging $200-300 for this bottle, whereas this one's like $40 or $50. All right, so now of course, where can you find most of these? On Triple Traders, which I do of course have a discount code, and you will find the link and the discount code in the description box. So go ahead and you know, if you interested, go ahead. Now I will say this, honestly, you can probably find some of the Maison Alhambra ones on Fragrance by Joma Shop a little bit cheaper than on Triple Traders. So I'm just going to be real with y'all. Even though I would prefer y'all to go to Triple Traders so I can make me some coins, I'm going to tell you the best deal. But the Fragrance World one, you can only find on Triple Traders. So let's go ahead and get into them and the differences and the similarities. All right. So I'm going to start off with this one. This is Oud Couture. Now the one I have that is similar to it, of course, is Exclusif Oud by Maison Alhambra. There is nothing wrong with this fragrance. These are very, very similar. They're just standard rose oud combinations. I'm sorry, I'm very congested right now. I don't know what's going on. Sorry if I'm sounding really congested. These kids giving me up every germ ever. I gotta go take me some Zycam right away. Anyway, this is Oud Couture, which is the Carolina Herrera, and this is Exclusif Oud. They are very similar, but what I've said about this is that it's just a rose oud. It's pretty. It's a nice rose oud, but I'll be honest with you, I would never pay this price. If I just wanted a rose oud, I would get this. Now, is this so outstanding that I think you need it to add it to your collection? I don't, because it's a rose oud and there's 17,000 of them out there. So that is Exclusif Oud. Alright, so next up is this one. This one is Exclusif Tobacco to go with Mystery Tobacco. Once again, I will always say these are running very similar. There's just some slight differences. This, did I just hit myself in the nose? This is, of course, tobacco, and it's got a smokiness to it. It has a tobacco vibe. It also has, it has a spiciness to it, right? These are, of course, once again, these are very similar. The one thing I will say is that the Mystery Tobacco is a little sweeter. This is a little spicier, but as they dry down, of course, they start coming closer and closer to about a 95% similarities. So this one starts out a little sweeter on the skin. This one comes off a little spicier. When I first sprayed this, hold on. All right, when I first sprayed this, I didn't like it at first. Gave it a couple of days, came back to it, and I do like it. It is because I do like tobacco fragrances. Do I need it? I didn't, but I still like it. And it does lean a little more masculine, but not too masculine. And I think the sweetness and the smokiness of the tobacco makes it something that I could wear. So this is Mystery Tobacco and Exclusif Tobacco. All right, next up are these two, and this is Saffron Lazuli, Lapis Lazuli, and Exclusif Saffron Lazuli. I think it's Lapis Lazuli. So this is Exclusif Saffron. These are giving you that saffron vibe. Very giving, you know, it's got that kind of dry spiciness from the saffron. I think it has some black pepper in it too. So it's a very spicy, but you have to like that type of spice. So you have to be a lover of saffron. It also has some rose in it. It's a really distinctive fragrance. It's a unisex. It's definitely unisex. I would say that this one is a tad more, comes off a little more, it isn't quite as strong as the Saffron Lazuli. And the reason why I say that is because this one could be a little more, would be a little too much for some people, where this is like brings it down just a little bit, still has a lot lasting power, but this comes off not quite as saffron spicy as this one does. No, it is not giving BR540 vibes before somebody asked that question. Absolutely not. This is definitely a rosy saffron, very woody fragrance. So this is Saffron Lazuli and Exclusif Saffron. All right, now this is Burning Rose and this is Exclusif Rose. Now, once again, spicy. There's other than Herrera Tuberose and one other one, I can't remember which one. Most of these have a spiciness to them. They either have cinnamon, they've got saffron. There's a lot of cinnamon in these fragrances. So this is a spicy rose. Got cinnamon in it, little divana. Now, here's what I'm going to say the difference is. The difference is that Exclusif Rose is heavier on the spices, where Burning Rose, when you first wear it, is a little more rosy. So it has a little more rose to it than the Exclusif Rose. So they're both giving you to it, because if I'm not mistaken, this has ginger too. So it's a very spicy rose. They both are. But this one starts off a little more spicy. This comes off a little more rose, which actually, as it dries down, they become closer to each other. But I like the beginning of the actual Burning Rose a little more than I like Exclusif Rose, because I like that beautiful rose that is coming through in this one. So this is those two. And then the final one is this one, which I just gotten this one. This is Sandal Ruby and Jasper Rouge. Now, this is a spicy tuberose. This is perfect for somebody who's not a big tuberose lover, but want, saying, hey, I want to try it. Now, of course, what I'm going to say is get this version and not this version, because, of course, this is the $200 and something in the gray market, whereas this is like $40 or so. And with my discount, it's 10% off. I should have it flashing up here. But anyway, Sandal Ruby is that. So it's a spicy tuberose. Gives off a really good spice. Cinnamony, really cozy. I really do enjoy them both. I think this one, once again, is a little more on the spicy side to begin with, whereas you get a little more tuberose in this. Not too much more, just a hint more of tuberose. So Sandal Ruby comes off a little more floral with the tuberose than Jasper Rouge does, but promise you 95%, close to 99% dupe of it, because as it dries down, as you wearing it, you get the spicy tuberose, you get that vibe. Now I'm gonna give y'all another alternative, so hold on. All right, now this is another spicy tuberose, kind of similar to Jasper Rouge and of course Sandal Ruby, and this is Corloff's Majestic tuberose. This is also a very spicy tuberose. Gives it it's not like this was a plan, but I'm saying that if you have Majestic tuberose already, you don't need either one of these because they're very much similar. It's not like they smell, you know, like this is a dupe of it, but it's in that vibe, right? And if you can't find Jasper Rouge, this is a good alternative in the same type of price point, and like in a 30-something range, and it'll give you that spiciness. This one leans a little more cinnamon than both of those do, but it's giving you that spicy tuberose. All right. So that's it. That's all. Oh, let me just tell you. So when it comes down to the confidential line, of course I have my dupes, so I don't need them. The ones that I really enjoy, of course, is Jasper Rouge and Exclusif Rose. These are my two favorites of them all. Those are the two favorites. These are the standouts. I've been, you know, put a little dent in here. Not a lot, but I got a little dent in this Rose one because I've had this. This was my first one of the dupes that I bought. So that's that. Love my Herrera Tuberose. Love Iris Empire because I was already, after I tried them, that was like, ooh, this is so good. Now, of the other ones, the ones that I really want, and there is a company that has some dupes in them, so I'm probably going to go for those first, is Bronze Tonka and Amethyst Haze. There are a couple of dupes out there for it, so I'm trying to get a hold of them because they're sold out now, and see if they do compare, because if they do, then I don't need to try to get them on, trying to find a deal on the originals. So those are the actual two more that I really want. The rest are nice. I don't feel like I need them, or I want to put them on my list. So I like the line, but I do like the dupes. I'm just here to say it because the dupes are duping, and when it comes down to me, deciding, this isn't necessarily a line that I'm dying to like spend the money on. If I can find a good deal like on Bronze Tonka, if I can find a good deal on Amethyst Haze, I'll get that first. Not a problem. But just being so honest, if I can find them dupes, it's a wrap. I'm good. All right. So, and I have to be, I meant to tell you this. I do like the Exclusif Tobacco. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to keep it because I do have Tobacco, the Tobacco for Maison Alhambra. I don't know if I need both of these right now, but why not? Who cares? They're so inexpensive. See, this is how you get caught up in these Middle Easterns. And so I might decide to keep it because it is a little different than Tobacco. Tobacco is more honeyed. This is a little chocolatier. This is a little sweet. It has a little different sweeter because that's honey and everything. This is a little different. It's giving me a little spicier one. So I am liking that one. All right. So anyway, I digressed. So anyway, thank y'all for watching, Ho Squad. This year, 2024, I'm trying to do better because I was holding off on doing this actual video because I was trying to get those two other dupes. And I have to, so in this year, I'm going to actually go through samples, try them out better, and then report back so y'all can see what's out there besides all these big old bottles I got, because it's okay to like sample things and make decisions based on samples before you buy these big bottles. So let's try to do that in 2024 because that's what I'm trying. I can't say it's always gonna happen, but I am trying. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. As always, my Ho Squad. You all be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Talk to you later.